Hey guys, ETP Duelist here. This list took me forever to make. Without further ado, let's get started. It's kind of my fantasy band list, but it's also my band list prediction video. So band. Oh, Royal Tribute. You'll have a hand like this, and then you'll have a hand like this after your opponent makes their first turn and you didn't even get one. Yeah, this card just needs to go. Next up is Limiter Remover. This is actually what happened in a tournament not too long ago with my friend. That was my field. He played that, Cyber Dragon Core, then Power Bond, and brought out Cyber Twin Dragon. And I'm thinking ahead, okay, I still got this. So he goes to attack, and then he damage steps Limiter Remover. I didn't have a Lance face down. All I had was a Battle Fader in my hand, and I'm just lost. That's over 8,000 points of damage. I could not do a thing against it. We banned other OTK cards. I don't know why Limiter Remover is still there. Even though people don't use it, it's still a really good card. Banned 3 of the 4 Dragon Rulers. With Blaster, you just pitch it and you can get rid of any counter size against you. Redox, you just have to pitch something like a useless Earth monster like Card-Card-D is in late game or mid game if you don't need it. And you got yourself a Monster Reborn. Titles is a good discard engine for Mermails. He's also good for exceeding in Mermails, so he's really bad. They all have beefy attack and a Redox case defense, and if you don't get rid of them, they'll go back to the hand and you have to deal with their effects again next turn. But why not Tempest? Well, for one thing, he's kind of weak. He was mostly used in Dragon Ruler decks to search out the other Dragon Rulers. You have to banish 2 wins, and in many win decks, that's just bad synergy. Yeah, you could run him in Herodic with Luster Dragon number 2, but he's still a level 7, so he doesn't even fit there, and he doesn't help their OTKs that much. Bam! Dolce Palooza. Okay, so this deck has 2 different ways to keep their monsters in their hand if they get destroyed. We got rid of Gateway and Card Destruction, where both these rush, oh, there's too many special summons at once cards, and yet we keep Dolce Palooza. That does not make sense to me. Look at the bad card design 101, where we teach you how to make really bad cards. First, make it really easy to bring out. Make its attack high as F, but also make it so no level 5 or higher monsters can attack. And, you know, because that's not really good enough, we'll add in a monster effect negation effect, so it only affects the opponent's side of the field. If you thought this card sounded really stupid and it doesn't exist, you're wrong. Goodbye, Abyss-Gaios. Next, Card-Card-D. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I already made a video about why I don't like Card-Card-D. I'm not going to limit it or semi-limit it because it's kind of like Pot of Greed, where if you would draw it first over your opponent, you would have a big advantage. Limited. There can only be one. Limited Fire Formation Tanky. We only have 1 reinforcement of the army, so I don't know why we have 3 Tanky. Tanky plus Force Raider plus Deck Devastation Virus is still a viable combo, and it's still something you can see people use and abuse in the future. Lastly, Fire Fist use Tanky, obviously, and Bear and Tanky. Bear being able to do this 3 times with Tanky is just not fair. Next up, I want to limit is Constellar Polytomy M7. I don't know if I pronounced that right. The only reason is because Gishki still have a hand loop even with their 2 limited cards. So I just need to get rid of it. And it's not really a big deal because most people only ran 1 anyway. Limit Abyss Sphere. Look guys, Konami is just going to kill Mermails, okay? You have to accept it. It's just going to happen. They're annoyed with the deck like they were with Black Wings. So Abyss Sphere could either go into Lindy for searching and special summoning, or if you were in your battle phase, you find out you can just kill your opponent. Hey, flip over Abyss Sphere, bring on Abyss Lead or Abyss Megalo and attack for game. So in terms of searching spells, Reinforced's 1.0 because it only gets you the monster. Tanky's 2.0 because it gives a small little boost, and it can be abused by a Fire Fist monster. And Abyss Sphere is 2.0 because it just special summons the monster and screw anything else. Limited Dragon's Ravine. We banned all the Dragon Rulers that were good, so why not bring out Dragon's Ravine? Just try it at 1. And another reason I'm limiting it is because all the other searching spells are limited, and that's why I haven't semi-limited it at all. And I'm not posting a searching spell in Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And I'm not a Dragoonity player. Limited Dark Magician of Chaos. Hey, fun fact. It sucked in Battle Pack 2. The set that was designed to bring out tribute monsters. Yeah, you could technically run it in Prophecy, but that deck It doesn't even run Chaos Sorcerer, which is kind of better than Dark Magician of Chaos. And it's competing with World of Prophecy. World of Prophecy adds 2 spellbook cards to the graveyard, and Dark Magician of Chaos would only bring back 1 spell card. Yeah, you can bring back anything, but that deck really relies on, any spell card. It's just, World just seems like better, and you wouldn't want to run both, because you wouldn't want more than just 1 dead card in your hand. They're both dead if you draw them. You could do some gimmicky things outside of spellbooks with Magical Dimension and Escape from Dark Dimension, but you can't search out Dark Magician of Chaos, so it's not exactly feasible, and it just wouldn't really work.